Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Starting out in Richmond today, the Madison County Sheriff's Office and the Richmond Police Department were dispatched to a residence on Walnut Hill Drive in reference to an alleged abuse neglect case. According to the citation, a school resource officer who doubles as a Richmond police officer informed other officials that the juvenile victim had arrived at school with multiple bruises on his body. The officer further explained that the juvenile is a 5-year-old autistic child who is nonverbal. Officials allegedly identified all residents of the home as suspects: 30-year-old Rachel Elledge, 51-year-old Sharon Elledge, and 54-year-old Robert Elledge were all interviewed by law enforcement. Investigators reportedly revealed that the juvenile victim would be locked in a room in the basement of the home for hours at a time. Police say they observed the room the juvenile was being held in, and according to the citation, the doorknob had a child safety lock on it. The room itself reportedly contained only a mattress on the floor and a few toys. Further reading of the arrest citation reveals that the child's room was dirty and smelled of urine and feces. The officials further state in the citation at that point the paint on the wall had peeled away, and that indicated that the juvenile had been scratching at the wall. Allegedly, during the interviews, all residents of the house admitted to being able to hear the juvenile crying and screaming for hours. The child's mother, Rachel Elledge, also reportedly admitted to withholding the victim's seizure medication since May of 2022. All 3 suspects were arrested and lodged in the Madison County Detention Center on charges of first-degree criminal abuse, endangering the welfare of a minor, and first-degree wanton endangerment. Of course, we'll have more on that story as it becomes available. Well, in a follow-up to a story that you saw first here on WBON TV 9 yesterday, the 88-year-old woman hit by a car in Berea yesterday has now been identified as Shirley Gilpin. Reportedly, the accident occurred in the parking lot of Glades Village apartment complex. Ms. Gilpin was reportedly walking across the lot when someone backing out of a parking space struck her. Ms. Gilpin died as a result of her injuries and was pronounced dead at the St. Joe Hospital in Berea by Madison County Deputy Coroner Rick Bates. Well, President of Berea College, Lyle Roloffs, announced today that the college will make a substantial funds available for eastern Kentucky counties impacted by last month's devastating flooding. The flooding affected 8,000 residents in the region. The funds are expected to total more than $1 million overall. President Roloffs talked about the importance of this financial support to the region and to the university.
Well, you may know that we have 8 great commitments at Berea College, and the 8th of those is to be involved in the region, not only in educating students from the region, but in working with individuals, communities, and families, and so on. And so when disaster strikes, it's part of our obligation, our self-imposed obligation, our mission, to do what we can to make a difference. And of course, if you're going to draw students from the region, you want them to have functioning schools. You want them to have infrastructure. You want them to be coming from a place that's able to take care of them and prepare them to come to Berea College to be students.
Money will be distributed through various channels, including a combination to the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky to administer through its networks. Support directed to school systems in the affected counties up to $50,000 for each system. A contribution administered through the Mountain Association to assist businesses in counties impacted by the flooding. The college's contribution to the rebuilding efforts in the region align with its mission to serve Appalachia by providing educational opportunity for students of all races. Primary for Appalachia, who have great promise and limited economic resources. A good program there. Well, Lieutenant Chris Neal of the Berea Police Department has completed his Academy of Police Supervision training and was recognized Saturday for this achievement. The course helps prepare mid-level supervisors for the challenges they will face in leading a high, liable job. Please help us to congratulate Lieutenant Neal as he serves Berea with the Berea Police Department for years to come. Congratulations there to Lieutenant Neal. Well, the theft of a Kentucky legislator's vehicle following an event in Lexington on Monday evening is a stark reminder of the nation's growing vehicle theft problem. Kentucky State Representative Shirley Gilpin, who represents part of Fayette and Scott counties, took to social media late Monday night to alert the public about the theft of her Chevy Tahoe, stolen from the parking lot of the evening following a function at the Lexington Green. In her public social media post, Representative Stevenson noted that her license plate identified her vehicle as belonging to a state representative. An increase in vehicle thefts continue to be a problem across the country, and it is a problem that tends to be worse this time of year. According to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, the NICB, the summer months and August in particular are the hottest months for stolen vehicles. According to the NICB, the number of stolen vehicles nationwide jumped almost 20% in the two-year period from 2019 through 2021. And if the numbers of car thefts in 2022 to date is any indication, there will be nearly 1 million vehicles reported stolen by year's end. In addition to stealing unattended vehicles left running or with the key in the vehicle, thieves are increasingly using technology to steal cars. They may begin by bumping a vehicle to determine if there is an alarm or if an alarm would draw attention. According to the Lexington Police Department, there have been 661 automobile thefts in the city alone from January 1st through June the 30th of this year. AAA offers the following tips for protecting your vehicle against theft. Never leave your keys in the vehicle. The keyless feature is not only convenient for the car's owner, it's convenient for the theft who can steal your car with just the touch of a button. Never leave a running vehicle unattended. You may be only distracted for a short time or even just loading the back of your vehicle, but if you leave the engine running, a thief may drive off with your car. Lock your car, whether parked or driving, even without the keys. Thieves are more likely to steal a car left unlocked. Locking your car while driving helps prevent carjackings. Thieves look for the path of least resistance. Park your vehicle in a well-lit area, whether at home or at a mall or on a road. Always try to park in an area where suspicious activity would be most noticeable. You not only improve vehicle safety, but personal safety as well. Keep your valuables out of sight. Never leave anything in your vehicle that might tempt a break-in. Be especially cautious of night. Thieves prefer to work under the cloak of darkness. Do not resist carjackers. As expensive and inconvenient as it is, replacing your car is nothing compared to losing your life or becoming seriously injured. Make it costly and inconvenient for would-be thieves. Get your vehicle identification number, the VIN number, etched into every window of your vehicle. It will deter thieves who will not want the expense of replacing all of those windows. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. We've got weather coming up and also sports. We've got more news on that big game coming up this weekend right after this.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Fayette County Corrections is seeking employees who want to work now, and they are ready and willing to help you get started today.
When you first come here, you'll be with me for 5 weeks, and we will teach you the book work, which consists of PowerPoints, some physical activity.
Working at the Fayette Corrections facility is a job you can be proud of.
When I leave at home, I would tell my kids that, hey, I'm going to work to keep the bad guys in so you all be safe on the outside.
Apply today at lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs.
You may think the only way to pay for a nursing home is to spend down your life savings or sell your home. Elder Law Lexington can protect your home and life savings through a comprehensive plan so you can qualify for Medicaid. When there's a plan in place, you can rest assured knowing your estate is handled and your family is covered. Give them a call at 888-4-ELDER-LAW or go to elderlawlexington.com. Their Berea office is now open for your convenience.
Here at Madison HVAC, it is our job to keep you comfortable. We make projects pain-free for homeowners by providing solutions that fix the problem. With upfront pricing and multiple financing plans, no matter what shape your credit is in, there is always a budget-friendly option. Don't forget, we offer free quotes and second opinions. Give Madison HVAC a call at 859-625-1471, and remember, we fix that too.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see you.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. We had some pretty significant storms roll through the area last night. Been pretty quiet so far today, but we've got meteorologist Susie Martin in the Weather Center to see what we can expect for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn, from the Madison HVAC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Susie Martin. We've got some wonderful photos we want to share with you of yesterday's storms. Thank you, Ralph, for sharing this lovely storm from your polarized sunglass lens of storm in Berea. Just love that shot. And then we've also got a couple of images of this beautiful, picturesque storm out in Richmond yesterday. Thank you, Virgil, for sharing this with us. And here's another perspective of that same storm. Quite photogenic. No more storms ahead, though, as we're now under the influence of an area of high pressure. Morning fog is expected, though. We do have sunshine, though, ahead for an extended period. By the Labor Day weekend, though, we do have some storms that will be a possibility and into the holiday as well, so we'll talk about that. But as we look at our hourly forecast into tonight, a very quiet evening ahead. By the 4 a.m. hour, we'll see some patchy fog starting to develop. We've got a cold front that's been working its way through the region, showers and storms to the south, and now what we're going to be tracking is that drier air funneling in, which greatly limits the threat of precipitation throughout the Commonwealth, as you can see. A much more benign weather outlook here for both our Wednesday and our Thursday. Tonight's temperatures will drop down to around 58 degrees here in Richmond. We've got Stanton down to 58, to McKee at 58, and our high temperatures tomorrow will be building into the 80s. We've got our hourly forecast here. You can see how we warm up pretty nicely, hitting 80 degrees by the 2 p.m. hour. Lots of sunshine throughout the course of the day, and it's a lovely scene with those lower dew points. Our dew points are mainly going to be in the 50s throughout the course of the day, so that in combination with these highs in the 80s will make way for a pretty comfortable summer day, not too sticky. But we will see a gradual warming trend and then humidity building back in here. By our Labor Day weekend, scattered thunderstorms a possibility Saturday through the holiday Monday. We'll continue to fine-tune that forecast for you, of course, as the week progresses. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. A Detroit man was recently arrested by Barberville police. 50-year-old Stephen Marquise Price was the subject arrested after an investigation by Detective Adam Townsley. Townsley was investigating oxycodone distribution in the area and came across some information that informed them that he would need to look for someone known as Mike, who was heading to Knox County with a large amount of oxycodone. According to Townsley's information, the subject to look for was an African-American male who was driving a rental car with Ohio tags. Townsley eventually spotted the car and matched the driver to his description. Townsley allegedly saw the vehicle swerve on Kentucky 229 before pulling off onto another road. Another officer in the area named Hunter Luttrell began following the suspect and eventually pulled him over. When Luttrell asked the subject if anything was in the car illegal, the subject allegedly said he had nothing to say. When his vehicle was searched, thousands of oxycodone tabs were found and taken into the officer's possession. Price is being held on a $100,000 bond with an upcoming court date in Barberville area on coming up quickly. Well, following his call for a special legislative session to speed relief to Eastern Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear joined state lawmakers in the Capitol Rotunda to announce a plan to spend $212 million over the next 6 months to help rebuild communities devastated by that deadly flooding that began July 26. Since the beginning of this natural disaster, I've been speaking with legislative leaders about the need for this special session. These conversations have been productive because when it comes to helping Kentuckians during their time of need, our work isn't bipartisan, it's nonpartisan, Governor Beshear said. To the people of Eastern Kentucky, today we are once again showing you that we are with you and we're going to be with you as long as it takes to rebuild. The governor said that the nearly $212.7 million Eastern Kentucky relief plan is much like the aid provided to help Western Kentucky rebuild following last December's tornadoes. Other assistance to school districts impacted by the flooding. The legislation will also provide the Commissioner of Education flexibility to waive up to 15 student attendance days through January the 20th, 2023, due to the flooding. Kentucky lost at least 39 Kentuckians and thousands of families have lost everything due to the flooding. To learn more about the recovery efforts, you can visit the Governor's Disaster Relief Resource website and click to donate. You can click a tab. It is Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Michael Watkins is coming up with sports, and it's Tuesday. What do we got at Tasty Tuesdays? We'll find out coming up.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months? Airlines are under tremendous pressure and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So phone low-cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again.
WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's new and first TV channel, available on Channel 9.1 over the air, Spectrum Channel 712, and on Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Crystal Broadband. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5. It's time for sports, and in today's update, Michael looks back on the last time we had a meeting between Madison Central and Madison Southern on the football field as we near that big game on Friday night. He's also got an update for EKU football from their press conference earlier today.
Friday night, Madison Central will face Madison Southern in some high school football action in what is always a fun game for the two schools. The last time the two teams met was back in 2020 after last year's game was canceled because of COVID-19. In 2020, the two teams met in the final game of the season with the Eagles gearing up for a big playoff run and the Indians heading into their postseason as the last place team in their district. Southern got a stop early in the game, and once they had the ball on offense, were able to get it inside the 5-yard line. However, the Indians' defense would get a stop on 4th down and take over deep in their own territory. Southern once again was able to move the ball down the field the next time they got the football. Got deep in the red zone again, but only was able to come away with 3 points, courtesy of a Jay Sturrison field goal. On the next drive by the Indians, the Southern defense forced another punt, and a young man that seemed to always have a big game in this rivalry, Walter Smith, returned that punt 55 yards for an Eagles TD to give them a 10-0 lead. Early in the second quarter, Smith got in the end zone again, this time on a read option play with him playing the quarterback for the Eagles as they jumped ahead 17-0. He wasn't done. After a Jonah Farnstrom interception, Walter Smith once again found his way into the end zone, this time on the receiving end of a Cole Carpenter touchdown pass as Southern stretched that lead to 24-0. The Eagles would go on to win 44-14 for their second straight win in their in-county rivalry series. Tomorrow, we'll look at another game from this rivalry from over the years as we continue to build toward this year's matchup on Friday night. Well, the Model Patriots soccer team advanced to the semifinals of the Soccer All-A Classic last night, beating LCA on the road 5-1. The Patriots remain undefeated and will face the 4-2 Frankfurt Panthers tomorrow night in the semifinal matchup. Keshav Bendari is now up to 23 goals on the season after 2 more last night. Anthony Cole, Dylan Smith, and Shaylin Cuddy Poffenberger each scored a goal as well. And earlier today, EKU football held a press conference to discuss their first game of the season coming up this Friday. Interim head coach Gary McPeak spoke about the preparation for the game this week, as well as gave us an update on Walt Wells, who suffered a cardiac episode early Sunday morning.
Obviously, first and foremost, thoughts and prayers out to Coach and his family. Got some positive updates this morning, so we're excited about him, excited for his progress. But just wanted to start out with that and to let you know the expectations here for us are the same. He set a great standard here in our culture, and so we're going to do everything we can to continue that on while he's out and keep the seat warm and get him back in here and get him rolling. So we're just letting Coach focus, him and his family focus on him and his health, and that's our main concern. They do that, and then in his absence, we're gonna do the best job we possibly can. The one thing with Coach is I've known him for over 25 years, and I'm an old offensive lineman and offensive line coach, and so I'm a pleaser. And the last thing I want him to do is come back and say, what are you doing? What's going on? So I'm going to do everything I can when he comes back and he flips that film on to say, man, they freaking played hard and they did what they were supposed to do and they got after it. And that's my main concern is for that. I don't want to disappoint him, and I'm going to do everything I can not to.
The Colonels will begin their season on Friday at Eastern Michigan, and we'll have previews of that game and hear from a couple of the Colonels players as we head throughout the week. For WBON TV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael. Everyone's looking forward to that big game on Friday night. We are definitely a house divided here at WBON. Half of us pulling for Southern and the other half pulling for that other team. I think it's local here in Richmond. Anyway, we're going to have a quick break. We're going to come back in just a minute. It is time again for Tasty Tuesdays.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Sundays, join Retro TV for Idle Chat. This new series, hosted by Susan Anton, features intimate conversations with your favorite celebrities from years gone by. Take a walk down memory lane with stars from Happy Days, Leave It to Beaver, The Love Boat, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Lost in Space, and more. Tune in to Idle Chat, Sundays at 8 p.m. on Retro TV.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. It is time again for my favorite day of the week. It is Tasty Tuesdays. If you're heading out tonight, I think it's going to be a great lineup. Unfortunately, the music has been canceled for tonight, but the food is still going to be available. Tonight, August 30th, from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. at the Irvin McDowell Park. Head on over and you can pick up some catfish bucket. How about some piggin' out, some Comite Aguito? They got Kona Ice that's going to be there, Chenault Vineyards, and the Dreaming Creek Brewery round out all the great options for food tonight at the Tasty Tuesdays. Again, that's until 8 p.m. That has already started, Tasty Tuesdays at Irvin McDowell. That's it for us today. Don't go anywhere, though. We got the Daily Flash coming up right now. And if you like some true crime, how about the Forensic Files coming up right here at 6? Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow live at 5.